Okay, welcome everyone. I will start now. So yesterday we created a item class. We then created an item. In that item class, we assigned the OM attributes. And then we also saw through operational attribute groups how to make those attributes at a master level or at a org level. Then we created a customer and we did the manage business unit set assignment for the customer set. And then we jumped on to the pricing setups, wherein we created few lookups and then these following tasks, which I will again show you quickly, and we will jump to the other concepts. So at a later point of time, I will also show you the SCM structure setups, which I think Ramesh, you were asking, right? So we will get this started from the very beginning in the upcoming sessions. So
Sure.
as you can see on my screen, this is a structure, right? The first one is SCM structure setup, then role and data access, item setup, customer setup, pricing setup. So we are moving in a sequential fashion. So at a later point of time, I will also show you the basic structural setups of SCM, when the instance is new. I think you were the person who asked me, right?
Yes, Raj.
Yeah, so I will make sure this is also covered. And I will also make sure that you guys understand the sequential way in which we need to configure this. So I will begin from the pricing from the place where I left off. So let me go to the instance. And let me go to this task, pricing administration in under order management. So let me click on the task pane. So the first task, if you remember, was manage customer pricing profile. So if I click on that and query my customer was RV customers, RV customer. So we created a few lookup for revenue potential and customer value, RV gold, RV high, and we mapped these two values with this customer. Then we went to the manage pricing segments. And we created our own segment known as RV pricing segment, and we mapped these two attributes with this RV pricing segment. So that was our second task. Then we created a pricing strategy, RV pricing strategy. And we gave the corporate, approved it. So this basic strategy we just created, and then we moved on to the pricing strategy assignment in which we gave a relationship between the segment and the strategy. So let me show you that as well. So this was the fourth task. Go to the sales all and query in our pricing segment, which is RV. So over here, we mapped our pricing segment with the pricing strategy, what we had defined. And then after these four things, we created the most important thing known as manage pricing list, in which we defined the price of our item. So if I query RV price list, this is our price list which we had created, and we associated this price list with the US dollar and our business unit. And then we created the price of our item. RV laptop was the item which we had created, and we had it for $200. And we also made sure allow manual adjustment is ticked so that a user can manually adjust it. And then we associated this price list in the pricing strategy. So if you see in this pricing strategy, so pricing strategy is a place wherein we need to associate everything we define, all the list we define, which will be coming up now. So see, we have associated our RV price list over here for it to work. So these many configurations we had done in a nutshell, and then the instance went down. So I couldn't show you what is the outcome. So now, if I take you to this order management page, sales order, I have given my customer name RV customers. Business unit is US1 business unit, and the item is RV laptop, right? So we have given these three things what we had defined. And if you see, the amount is coming up to 200, which is nothing but the amount we have defined in our price list. Now, how do we know this pricing list is coming and this pricing segment and strategy is coming? So for that, you go to actions and you click on view pricing strategy and segment, this tab. And you can see, right, pricing segment coming is RV pricing segment, the one we had defined. And strategy name coming is RV pricing strategy. And if I click on this 200 hyperlink, you can see the price list is also RV price list, the one we had defined, and we had given 200 price for it. So these are the 5 configurations what we have to do in a sequential fashion to make sure we price the item in a sales order. This is how a price comes in a sales order. So this is a newly created item, and right after we created the item, we did these 5 configurations for the price to appear in the sales order. Now, since in the price list we checked this allow manual adjustment, order entry specialist or a order manager has options to edit this price also. How can you edit this price? You see this pencil icon, right? If he clicks on that, and in the type, you can see there are 5 types of adjustment which is allowed in order management. Discount amount, discount percent, markup amount, markup percent, price override. So suppose if I click on discount amount and I want to give a discount, net discount amount of 20. And the reason we have to select from these are the Oracle defined ones. Suppose I give sales negotiation and I give a save and close. So you can see now the price has become 180. You can see the reason is manual discount of $20 for reason code sales negotiation. It is coming over here clearly. Likewise, we can also give a discount percentage of suppose 10% of list price, or maybe 20% of the list price. You can see the manual adjustment is minus 40. So minus 40 would be reduced once a state has become. You can see manual discount of 20% on price element list price for reason code sales negotiation. Then,
Right.
hmm,
If this item were to have a tax on it, where will you define that tax?
so we don't define that tax. So that tax
Okay.
is defined by the financial system, which comes in our system. So they can choose if they want to show it up in order management or in while creating invoice.
Okay.
Okay, we do not have any control in order management to define tax. So tax is one module in finance, and they decide where they want the tax to appear in the purchase order, in the order management, or in the invoices only. Okay,
Okay, thanks.
yeah. Then, so I'm just showing you the manual things we have. Then I will show you the other list also, how we can modify price in different ways, how it happens in real time. Then markup amount. So markup amount is nothing but the add-on price, right? You incur some cost in transporting or in many things, packaging. So you can enter the markup amount. So if I enter the markup amount as 20 and I give any reason like a price match or anything, so you can see the manual adjustment is 20 is added to it. The net price has become 220. So the $20 got added to it. Then there's a markup percent as well. Then price override. So if you want to completely override this price from 200, you suppose you want to make it 180. So the price will be 180 now. You have completely overridden the price, right? If I click on this, price override, see? So these ways you can modify the price. So now let me make it the way it was. So these are the manual options what the order entry specialist has in a sales order. So now this is allowed only because in the price list I've checked this allow manual adjustment. So these were the manual ways. Now if you might ask me, there might be other price which we need to record in our sales order, right? Not only this 200. Then how do we do that? So whenever you're defining your price list, you have this option create charge, right? If you come to the drop down, you have this duplicate charge. So just click over here on duplicate charge. And in the price charge definition, you can choose these many things. So again, there is a lookup for it. And if you choose a setup fee, and you want to define the price of setup, suppose you are the customer is buying a laptop and they want to set it up, and you're charging a setup fee of suppose $20, right? Then allow manual adjustment. You have ticked start date, suppose 1st of this month, and click on OK. So now you have defined $20 more for setup fee, and you click on save in the price list. So from here on, whenever you make any changes, you don't have to do all those 4-5 configurations again. You just have to update the price list or any list for that matter, right? Which is associated with your strategy. You don't have to do these 4 setups again. This is a one-time setup. Okay, so now I have given a 20 setup fee. I will go back to my order. What do I have to do when I want the changes to reflect in my order? I will go to actions and I will click on this button, reprice order. Yes. So as soon as I clicked on reprice order, you can see the $20 got added, right? So this is nothing but a setup fee. This is a setup fee which got added, and 200 was our initial price. So like that, you can create multiple prices. So let me delete this. We do not need this now. So this is one more way, by going to duplicate charges, and you can set up any kind of fees along with the sales price fee, only for the differentiation purpose, so that the people know what kind of price is being charged on a sales order. So let me just save it and have deleted the setup fee. Now let me see if it is reflecting. Go to actions, reprice order. You can see 20 is gone, only 200 is there. So we are just making changes in the price list. Now there is a very interesting concept of price tier adjustment. So suppose many companies have this policy, right? Like if there is a B2B transactions happening, and if you purchase this many quantity in bulk, you will get a discount of this many percentage. So that concept, again, we have it in Fusion. So if you come to the drop down and click on create tiered adjustment, the second one, add tiered adjustment, just click on that. So this is the way by which you can define how many percentage of discount a organization or a customer will get depending upon the quantity. So tier basis type, you have it as item quantity. Aggregation method, you want to have it on the entire sales order irrespective of the quantity, or line basis. I mean on the document, as in the sum of all the quantities for all the lines, or online means each line you want to have it on. So online. Then apply to all tiers and highest tier. So this is again an interesting concept which I will explain you. So okay. So what does highest tier mean? So suppose you can see this table, right? A customer is purchasing a quantity between 0 to 5 and is about to get a discount of 10 rupees, $10 if he is purchasing 0 to 5. If he is purchasing 5 to 10, he is getting a discount of 20, and 10 to then 1 million, 30, right? So now if you go with the highest tier, then your customer, if he is purchasing suppose 11 quantities, then he will fall into only this tier, the third tier, right? But if you choose all tiers, then what will happen is, if he is purchasing a quantity of 11, right, then till the first 5 quantities, it will be calculated for a discount of 10. Then the next 5 quantities will be calculated on a discount of 20. And then the remaining 1 quantity will be calculated on the discount of 30. So it will take into consideration all the tiers which is applicable. So this is a difference between all tiers and highest tier. So I will show it to you in practically as well. For now, I will have it as highest tier. And application method, per unit or as block. So if you say per unit, what does that mean? So if a customer is purchasing 3 quantities, right, then he will get a discount of 10 into 3, 30. But if you choose as block, that means only 10 will be applicable, no matter if he is purchasing 1 or 5. So it will be considered as a block. It will not be considered per quantity, per unit. So for now, I will have it as per unit. and adjustment type would be discount amount. I want to show it in the discount amount. Click on OK. I will show you the calculation over here as well in the price in my sales order. So this is tiered adjustment. Click on calculation basis and click on plus. We are going to define the tier rules. So minimum is more than 0, less than equal to 5. Per unit discount amount, he will get $10. Then click on plus. Now, if it is more than 5 and less than or equal to 10 quantity, he will get a discount of 20. Then click on plus again. So now if the quantity is more than 10 and less than or equal to suppose 1 million, he will get a discount of 30. So this is a price tier we are defining, right? And it is per unit, per quantity, highest tier. So I will click on save. Yes, I have saved it. Now, if I go here and I give the quantity of suppose 3, I've given the quantity of 3 and I'm going to reprice order. Yes. So how much discount has it got? If you can see the calculation over here, if you hover around this, you can read tier basis item quantity aggregated online qualified for a price list tiered pricing rule 0 to 5. So he is falling under 0 to 5, right? If he is purchasing 3 quantity, he is falling in this first tier. And how much discount is he getting per unit? 10, because we have given per unit. So if he is getting per unit 10 for 3 quantities, how much will he get? 3 into 10, 30. So this would be his aggregated amount. This would be per unit price, and this would be the total price he would have to pay. So this is the calculation. Now suppose he is purchasing not 3. If he is purchasing 7, right? If he is purchasing 7, then how much discount will he get? Can anyone tell me?
7 to 20.
20.
Yeah, 140. Why 140? Because now 7 quantities is falling under 5 to 10 tier rule, right? So for each quantity, how much is the discount? 20. So for 720, I mean for 7, how much it will be? 140. 7 into 20, 140. So it's getting 140 discount. As you can see, it's following in the second tier. Now if I give, what is the third tier? 10 or more than 10. So let's give 12. Yes. So now I have given 12. So now for each unit, he is getting 30 as per this tier, right? He is falling into the 30 and is getting 30 per quantity. So for 12, we'll obviously get 30 into 12, 360 total discount. So this is the calculation. And if you hover around this, you will also read which tier is he falling in. So this is basically, a concept in which you can modify pricing as per the quantity. And this is a very used in organizations. Now, let me change something on these. So let me make it. So you have understood this, right? Any doubts over here? Okay. So now I will jump on to a more complex topic of, okay, let it be per unit we have calculated now as block. Before we give per unit, now I'm giving as block. Let's see, highest tier only. Again, I'll have to define. Increment value, let's leave it alone because this is a advanced topic. Like if you have blocks, so 0 to 5 as block, adjustment amount 10. We will define the same thing, what we had defined in per unit, nothing changed. And we will see the difference. Okay, same thing, right? 0 to 5, 5 to 10, more than 10, less than, okay, as block 10, 20, 30. Click on save. Now, Now, if we buy 6 quantities, right? If we buy 6 quantities, how much discount will you get?
30.
20. If you buy 6
20.
quantities, yes.
20.
Because
20, sorry, yes.
yes, because it's falling in second tier, right? And block means it is not calculated per unit. It is calculated as a whole. So if you purchase anything more than 5 and less than or equal to 10, you will get 20 only. Before, if you was purchasing 6, how much was he getting? He was getting 6 into 20, 120 rupees, $120 discount. Now he's getting only 20 as a discount because it is as a block. It is for the whole tier, not for the quantity. So this is the difference. And you can even see which tier is he falling in. So this is the meaning of block. Now let me quickly also show you all tiers. All tiers and per unit. 0 to 5, 10, 5 to 10, 20. Same I'm giving over here, same table. So this time I've defined it as all tiers. Click on save. Now let me change the quantity to 12. Okay. Yes. So now I will show you. So before, when it was highest tier, he was falling in, and for the 12 quantities, when it was highest tier, he was falling into only one tier, right? He was falling into only into the third tier because 12 was between 10 and 1 million, right? Now I have given all tiers. So 12 will fall for all tiers. You know, it will fall into all tiers. So 12. So 0 to 5, till 5 quantity, it will be 10. Till 10 quantities, for 5 to 10, it will be 20. And for remaining 2 quantities, it will be per unit 30. So even if you see in the calculation, same it is. For the first 5 quantities, it is 5 into 10, 50. For the next 5 quantities, it is 5 into 20, which is 100. And for the remaining 2 quantities, it is 2 into 30, which is 60. So this is the calculation. This is the discount is getting for all tiers. So all tiers is basically used when you want to, reduce your discount and have all the tiers for calculation. So these are the various ways in which you can, modify your pricing rules per quantity by using.
Hello, Raj.
Yeah,
Can you open the sales order, please?
sure.
Can you click on the price? That edit,
Yes.
not alone.
Okay.
The price. Is there any price override is there? Can you remove that one? Because whenever you're making change, even it's coming back to 200 only. Can you remove it and show, then the amount will change?
Okay, sure.
Just
Yeah,
the
got it.
price override, you can delete it. Because every time we can see the same amount.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the unit
Thank
price you're not able to see. Good catch. The amount you're
Yes.
able to see. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. And how is per unit price calculated for this? So it is simple. Your entire price 2190 but divided by the number of quantities 12 will come up to this, your unit price for this. Okay. So this was for all tiers and highest tier. And let me delete it. We do not want any tier system for this. Delete tier adjustment. Click on yes. Okay. So now I have just a simple price of 200 in this for this item. I have deleted the tiered adjustment. Now let me go again and click on reprice order. So see, simple, it came up to 200. And for 12, 200 into 12, 2400. As simple as that. Let me make it 5 only. for simplicity. Okay. So this was how you can, make various changes in the price list. Now there's one more concept of create price adjustment matrix. So this is also a similar concept. Click on OK, in which you click on plus. I'll show it to you. Adjustment type. So instead of giving over here, instead of giving over here these things, you can give over here only. You can predefine it if you want. Like suppose if I want to give discount amount, adjustment amount, let's say 20. Adjustment basis, I can leave it blank, or let's say final price. Right? Click on save. And if I go there, click on reprice order. Okay, yeah. It should be not final price. Nice. Let's leave it as blank because we are not deriving anything. Let's leave it as blank and then see. Yes, 900. So if you click over here, you can see you have got a discount of 20 by defining that adjustment matrix. Because Oracle does not make use of that basis as of now. This is not functional. So you just have to define the adjustment type and amount. The same way you do it manually. The similar way. So it will be predefined by adjustment matrix. So we will delete it. We do not need that now. So these are the various ways in which you can, change your prices in a price list. You can duplicate charge and add more types of pricing. Like we added a set of fee, we added a tiered adjustment, we created the price adjustment matrix, and we also try to change the price manually using this pencil icon. Okay, let me save it. Yeah. Yes, it is 200, back to 200. As simple as that. So we have deleted everything and we are just keeping it as simple as that, 200 for now, so that I can show you other things as well. So this is about price list. And whenever you're making a price list, again, you have to come to access set and make it a common and then approve manually. So I will show you this for other sets as well. So if I go to my topic, this was about price list and yeah, manage guidelines. So now you might ask me, if you give a freedom to a sales order personnel to adjust price, he can make it anything, right? Suppose now he is making 200. He is giving a discount of 20. If he wants, he can give a discount of 190 as well among 200. He has that privilege, save and close. So see, he can reduce the price by 190, but it is not fair, right? You can't give him that much of privilege. So you need to have some rules in place. So how will you define those rules? So those rules can be defined by manage guidelines. So if I take you there, price list, save and close. What is this? Yeah, strategy, let it be open. You see this, right? Manage guidelines. Click over there and click on plus. So now we will make a guideline of how much change a person can make in a sales order manually. So guideline, let me again name it RV guidelines. And business unit would be US1 business unit. Start date, let it be 1st of August. Save and edit. So here we have to click on plus component. So manual adjustment, invoice price margin. We will go with manual adjustment. You can even control the invoice price with this, but we will go with manual adjustment for the sales order. Calculation type, whether you want to restrict discount amount, discount percent, or what. I want to restrict everything, absolute value. The discount or anything should be less than or equal to how much? currency would be US dollar. Then you give your item name. Then you save it. And you have to go to access set. And you have to give a access set of common every time. And then you have to click on save. And you have to click on approve. So it will not go through any hierarchy. It will automatically approve when you click on that. Click on save and close.
You're not giving the item name.
No, I will be giving. So plus was grayed out because I did not approve it. So now I will be giving item name and everything and even the value. So we created a guideline. We added manual adjustment value less than or equal to how much. Now we will give the item name. So what is the item name? RV laptop. RV laptop line type. It is buy. Applies to price. Would be this only price type. Let's have it as all. Charge type. We saw various charge types, right? We will have it as all. It is applicable for all. Charge subtype as also all. And now we will click on create charge guideline rule matrix. Click on OK. Now come down and click on plus. Give a value as 20. And give a violation type as error, information only, or warning, error. So now if the discount amount or any amount becomes less than or equal to, it should be less than or equal to 20. If it is more than 20, it will show an error. Click on save. Click on save and close. And now we have created a guideline. What do we have to do? We have to attach it to our strategy. You go to your RV pricing strategy, like the way we have attached our price list, right? We need to go to guidelines and we need to attach it over here. So whatever things you create, you need to attach it in the strategy for it to be applicable. RV guidelines, okay. Start date, 1st of August. Click on save and close. Click on done. So many things are opened. Let me cross it. Okay. Now I will have to sign out and sign in for it to take effect. Yeah. Let me just click on reprice and see if it takes effect or not. Or else I'll have to sign out. Yeah, I'll have to sign out and sign in back. And again, I will go to my sales order page. Query my order. Click on edit. Yeah, here it is. Now click on this pencil icon. Discount amount. Let me give it as 22. Yes, you see. So now I've given the discount amount, which is more than 20, right? What is it showing? this warning button. Now, if you click on that, what does it say? The charge sales price has a pricing violation of manual adjustment. The price component must be less than or equal to 20. So this control you are inculcating. So a sales order personnel cannot take unfair advantage of his privileges, and he can give more discount to the customer on the basis of his relationship. He has to follow the norms by setting this guideline. So like this, you can control how much manually a person can change. Now, if I give it as 19, it will not throw me any error. This will go away. See, this has gone away. So this is what we mean by guidelines. So always, whenever you make any changes, right, you need to sign out and sign back in if it is not reflecting. So till now, what and all we have seen the price list. Under price list, we have seen guidelines, duplicate charges, tiered adjustment, and price adjustment matrix. And under tiered, we have seen highest tier, all tier, per unit as block. Now, along with the price list, we have many more lists. Discount list, shipping charge list, cost list, currency conversion list, and return price list. So let me show you this as well. So this will cover the entire pricing concept we have in Oracle Fusion. Now let's go to discount list. Let me go back to the discount, this pricing page, I mean. So till now, any doubts anyone has? I'll take a minute pause.
Do we have any discount associated with the salesperson?
No. So this
Discount.
salesperson associated with this salesperson.
So
No.
the guidelines given is across all the salespersons.
Yes, across everyone. So if you want to have anything with respect to this salesperson, then there is a module known as incentive compensation, which is another module which you need to implement. And you can give the sales credits and all that. So order management does not allow us to give the discount on the basis of a salesperson.
So
You can give it on the basis of customer, business unit, item, like the way we have defined. There are 3 associations: customer, business unit, item.
yeah.
Okay, good question. Anyone else? Okay, just 1 second. Okay, now I will go to the second task, which is discount list. We have seen price list. Now we'll go to this discount list. So pricing is a very tough topic in order management. This is also a very important topic, and order management person only has to configure this as well. So many consultants, so many people who are working in this domain know order management but does not know pricing, right? So that causes a lot of problem when they go in the field and work in this module. So this is why this is equally important. Without this, there is no order management, right? Like if you cannot price your orders, or if you cannot set a pricing basis, then it will not be of much use. So that's why this is of equally importance. So we have gone to the discount list. Click on plus. So name of the discount list. So same procedure we have to follow. RV the discount list. So when I do this again and again, right, you will get used to it. It will kind of become mechanical when you see it again and again. I will go over these lists as well. So when you see this, it will become kind of mechanical. It will set up in your subconscious mind somewhere that this is how we do it. So that's the reason I'm showing you all types of pricing, like everything we have in pricing module. Okay, RV discount list. Currency is USD. Business unit. What is a business unit? US1. Start date 1st of this month. Price type all. Charge type will give all. Subtype also all. Line type would be by. Yes. Now save and edit. So now what do we have to do? We have to add our item like usual. Click on plus. What is the item name? RV laptop. RV laptop, pricing by. Okay. Now we will give a discount rule. Click on. So if you click on this, there are three things: simple rule, tiered based rule, attribute based rule. So simple rule is if you want to give a flat amount or something. Tier based rule is the same which I showed you in price tier, right? On the basis of quantity per block, per unit, highest tier, all tier, same thing. And attribute based rule is basically a customization of order management. So if you do some customization using pricing algorithm, so you can bring in more attributes, and then on the basis of that, you can give discount. So that involves some customization. So we will be using this create a simple rule. The second one I have already shown you. And we will be giving a discount. Now we will give a rule name. RV discount rule name. Start date again, 1st of August. Yeah. So now I need to give the discount amount. Now see, there's a mistake in Oracle. They have also added markup amount in the discount list. So now if you give a markup amount here, what it will do is instead of reducing the price, it will increase the price, right? So they shouldn't have given this markup amount in the drop-down list in the discount list task. So that does not make sense. But anyways, we will give the discount amount, and discount amount, let's say 15. Click on OK. Okay, we have given the amount of 15 for this item. Now what do we have to do? Like usual, we have to go to access set, and we have to give the common set as common. And now we have to click on save. We have to click on approve. Any list you define, you need to give access set, you need to approve it. And then the next task is we need to associate this where with the strategy. Then only it will work. So where is our strategy? Go to manage strategies. RV pricing strategy. So when you are practicing, right, you also, prefix it with the initials. It will, make it easy for you to search. Okay, so in this RV, I have given the segment price list, and I have also given the guidelines. Where is guidelines? Here. Now, what do I have to give? I have to give under pricing rules discount list here. Click on plus. What is the discount name? RV. Select this, click on OK. Start date, 1st of August. Okay, click on save and close. Okay, now this is my order and it is 200. Now let me reprice it. Yes, see 185. Now if you click on this, you can see list price is 200. Now discount rule, RV discount rule. Because of this, it is getting reduced by 15. So this is how we can define a discount rule as well and give the discount on the sales order on the basis of a customer, on the basis of business unit, and on the basis of item. These three factors we can take into account. So this is appearing. So this is how discount list works. Now, let me show you. So the complication level will increase. Now let me show you shipping charge list. Go to the task pane. Where is shipping charge? Here. So now we have to create again. Click on plus. This will also have one more component. I will show you that. RV shipping charge list. Currency US business unit. US 1 business unit. Start date 1st of August. Save and edit. Okay, this is the shipping charge list. Now I will click on. So flat rate and items. So flat rate is actually not supported by Oracle now. So you have to click on items. And under items, you need to give plus, create item charge. Now on the top, you see shipping method, right? So shipping charges also takes into consideration the shipping method, the carrier. So what is the shipping method we're going to use in this? We are going to use DHL air next day. So suppose if we are using this, select this. What is a charge definition? There are 4 kinds of charge definition. We want freight charges, line type by. Now add your item. What is the item? RV. Start date 1st of August. Calculation method, price. We are giving a flat rate. Cost I will show you. Now we are giving price. And base prices, suppose for freight charges, out of 200, it is taking me $30. Okay. Allow manual adjustment also I will take in case they want to reduce it at the time of order entry. So what have I given? See this again, shipping method, price charge definition freight by RV laptop, the price. Click on OK. So now we have defined our shipping charge list. We have to go to access set again. Give the access set as common. Approve. Okay. Save. Save and close. Now we need to attach this to our strategy, and I will show you how it will appear in the sales order. This will appear a little differently than others. Now under pricing rules, we have to go to where is shipping here, shipping rules. Click on select and add. Query for our RB shipping charge list. Here it is, RB shipping charge list. Click on OK. Start date, give 1st of August. Click on save and close. Now go to your order. Now let me click on reprice order. If it does not show, sign out and sign in. So it is not showing. So now I need to sign out and sign in because I made many changes, right? Let me just check if it is there or not. Shipping rules. Yes, I have added. And if I go to shipping rules, for freight I've defined, right? Item. Yes, this is ticked. So this is in place. So now I will sign out and sign in for it to take effect. 30. Okay. Cross. Let me copy this number. Now sign out. And sign back in. So now I'll go to order management, pricing administration. So now you're seeing, right, these 4 setups we are not doing. We are only playing around with the different list and we are associating that list with the strategy. That's it. So now where is our, okay, no, we have to go to order management. Create a sales order. I mean, query the same sales order and click on reprice order. This is our sales order, right? Click on edit. Reprice order. Okay. So for some reason it is not reflecting. So let me check that. Okay. Now why it is not reflecting? Can anyone tell me? Any guess?
Actually, we have not added shipping instructions.
Exactly. Good one. So now this is also based on shipping method. You remember we had given DHL. So obviously it makes sense, right? Because a shipping charge will also depend on the shipping method. So ours is DHL next day air. Here it is. We have added shipping. Yes, see. Now, as soon as we added our shipping method, DHL Air, you can see it is reflecting freight 30. The one we added in the shipping charge list, right? Exactly, it is appearing. So likewise, you can add more charges, duty, packaging, all those charges you can add if you want to differentiate, if you want to categorize through shipping rules, the one which I showed you. So let me take you there again. Where are shipping rules? Go to the, here it is, shipping charge list. RV, edit, item, right. See, so this is the one we have added, and this is what is reflecting in our order. So what would be the use case for it? So companies for standard delivery, they don't charge any freight charges, right? But for express delivery, they will charge you extra. You might have seen that Amazon or any online site for that matter. So for that way, this is useful. This feature is useful. That would be the use case in a logistics company. So accordingly, you can define your shipping method and associate cost with that shipping method for a business unit. So this is the way. That is the use case of it. So now if I go to my strategy, what and all have I associated? Let me have a look. RV, click on that. So I've associated my price list. Obviously, this is the reason why I'm seeing this 200, 185 price. Now discount list I've also associated, because of which I'm getting 15 discount. Then I've also associated a shipping rule. So many things I've associated. And I've also associated a guideline. 4 things I've associated. So what do we do? Associate a couple of more things. So what is remaining? Cost list and currency conversion list. So for better understanding, for now, let me remove the other list so that we can better understand the common concepts. Let me remove the discount list from here. And let me also remove the guidelines. Let me also remove the shipping rule. So now I am just keeping a price list of how much? 200, nothing else. Click on save and close. Let me go to the order, click on reprice order. So simple, as simple as it is, nothing. I've just associated my price list to the strategy, and that is what it is reflecting. No discount, no shipping charge, no guideline, nothing else. No tier discount, only simple price. Now I will show you a cost list, which is again, a little more complex than other topics. So let me take you there. So before this, any question? I'll just take a pause. Okay.
Is it a cost list, Raj? Is it a cost list that we would then eventually use for our COGS?
Yes, for COGS, there is a cost accounting method which you have to define, and you have to develop an integration with cost accounting. But this
Okay.
will be useful if you straight away you can record all your cost. I will show it to
Okay.
you. This is useful, actually. So let me go there. So this is something which I've not explained to now. I will be going now. So go on the right, go to manage cost list. And click on plus. Now we are creating our own cost list. RV cost list. Currency, USD, business unit, US1. These things are same for every list. Save and edit. Now what do we have to do? Go to access set, define our access set. Common set. Okay. Now first to save it. Okay. Now here you click on plus and you define your item RV laptops. RV laptop, buy everything here. So now click on create cost charge. Come down. Now this is an important factor. So in Oracle, cost can be used only in one way. I'll show it to you how we can associate this. So cost element, cost of goods sold. The way this is what we were telling, right? COGS, cost of goods sold. Now price charge definition. For us, it is sales price, right? But we can also associate set of fee or anything else if we want. Sale price. Now, cost calculation type, fixed. We will keep it as fixed, or percent of price element. We will keep it as fixed. What is the cost amount we want to have on our sales order? Suppose I'm incurring a labor cost or packaging cost of suppose 30. Okay, I will keep it as 30. And you see this, right? Cost plus pricing. So you mandatory have to tick this. Otherwise, cost will not show up in your this thing, sales order. So just select this. And cost method is basically for integration purpose. Like if you want to integrate your cost accounting with this pricing, you have to develop an internal customization of algorithms. So for that, you can keep it your cost method. This is not useful in pricing module. Then start date as 1st of August. So I've given a fixed cost of 30. I've enabled cost plus pricing. And for this item, for this business unit. So I have done it, and yeah, let me save it. Let me approve it. And let me click on save and close. Now, as usual, let me go to the strategy. Let me cut these things. It will cause problems. Let me go to the strategy, RV strategy. And now I'm going to associate my cost list over here. Select and add RV cost list. Start date. So we have defined a cost of 30, but it will not work now. If I go to the sales order, if I click on, so ideally it should show me 230, right? The price is 200, cost is 30. And we have given cost plus pricing, so it is not showing me. The reason is, whenever you are defining a cost list and you want to show a cost, you also need to modify a price list. So I will show you how. Go to the price. So till now we didn't have to modify anything in the price list, right? Whether it was guideline, discount list, shipping charge list. But in cost list, we need to modify the price list also, the initial price list. I'll show you what changes we have to make. Go to RV price list. This is the first thing we did. Item. What is the item RV? Here it is. So here, for calculation method, instead of price, you need to give it as cost. So instead of price, you need to give it as cost and give it as markup amount, because you want that cost to get added, right? Don't even look at discount and all that. We have already seen that. Click on markup amount and the cost amount is 200. So this change you need to make in the price list for that cost list to work. So now the cost plus pricing would be 200 plus that 30 we have defined. Yes, see, 230 has come. So if I check over here, see, 230 has come here. 230 came. So this is how you need to make your cost list work. It is a little complicated, but that's how Oracle has made it in Fusion. You need to define your cost list. So let me just show you again. for cost list, so we have defined our cost list as fixed 30, and we have enabled cost plus pricing. So this will take into consideration the price you have defined, the price list as well. If you don't take this, it will not work at all. Now, after this, I made changes in my price list as well. What changes did I make? Instead of price, I made it as cost and gave calculation type as markup amount. So markup amount is something which gets added right to your original price. And then the original price of the item, 200. So this 200 plus that 30 got calculated over here. So this is the use case of cost list. So price list, discount, shipping charge, cost list. So these things are done. Now comes the currency conversion list. Okay, this is done. So for now, now let me cross all these. So I will go to my pricing strategy, and for simplicity, I will remove the cost list as well. No, I do not want this cost list. The cost list is there in this instance, just that it is the association is removed. And price list, I'll make it like before. I cannot make it from here. So I will have to go to the price list only. So I will make it as before. How was it before? Price 200. And if I come to my order management page, click on reprice order. Yes, see, this again became to 200 as normal. So till now we have seen all these things. Any doubts anyone has? Okay.
Raj, I have just one, not a doubt, but see, even if you want to practice these, right, the navigation plus the concepts to retain, are there some notes or something, or are we supposed to like do that on our own and make some notes while you go along, or because it
So-
becomes difficult to, yeah.
Yeah, so we have this Excel sheet. I will be giving you this Excel sheet through OAG, and there will also be recording for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the recordings will be shared with you every week. As soon as I finish my session, OAG will share you the recordings of the entire session, and this entire Excel list will be shared with you, in which I have mentioned all the concepts we have gone through till now in a sequential fashion, and even the upcoming concepts. So this much we can share.
Okay. Thank you.
And we will be able to relate, right? When you see this Excel and when you see the recordings, you will be able to relate.
Yeah, sure.
So now we will move on to the last topic of pricing, which is currency conversion list. So now let me go back to the task pane. You can hear me, right, everyone?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay. Now where is currency conversion? Here it is, currency conversion list. So here we will define our own currency. I mean, we'll associate a relation. What will be the name of my currency conversion list? RV currency conversion list. Business unit is US1. Start date 1st of August. Click on save. Now you click on plus here, conversion rates. So this is important. From which to which currency you want to convert? I want to convert from US dollars to, suppose, rupees, Indian rupees, right? Start date is 1st of August. So what is the current rate going on in India for dollar? I think 84, right? I will give it as 84. So it is converting $1 is equal to how many rupees? 84 rupees. This is this kind of conversion from to 84 fixed. Now GL conversion type is, suppose you want to source this conversion from the GL configurations, then you can give this GL conversion type. Otherwise, you can define your own conversion over here. And that's it. We are not concerned with adjustment type and all. This is, simply given. So simple rule. US to rupee fixed 84. $1 is equal to 84 rupees. Okay. Click on OK. And access set. Yes. Give as common. Let me choose common access set. Here it is. Yes.
That just one question. So
Hmm.
every pricing component that you have, you give, what is this access set? I mean, in terms of concept, what is like, supposing you don't do that, what happens?
Okay, I'll tell you. So basically, you have a concept of reference data set in Oracle Fusion, wherein we have securities, right? So in a similar way, we have reference data set as a security component. So if you when you're defining your business unit, right, you give this common access set, and the same set we have to give it everywhere so that you can access your business unit setups and your business unit transactions.
Okay.
And if you don't give it, it will not work. So I will show you the business unit setup, wherein you assign your business unit with a common set, and then you have to give common set everywhere else as well. There is a business unit set assignment. I'll
So
show you
it's
that.
like basically you're saying it's like a bucket for a business unit, the common reference data set.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
common is for every business unit. You can access all the business unit under a common set. Now you can also define a particular data set or access set for a business unit. And then that only you need to give it everywhere if you define that particular set. So now we have defined common set for our business unit, US1 business unit. And same thing we are giving everywhere so that it works. So common is the best thing until you want to have more security. I would tell you to give common only.
So access set is for the referential data, and then the data access set is for the transactional data.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so I will click on approve. And yes, I will click on save and close. Now I will go to my strategy and I will associate this currency conversion to my strategy. Like, we do all the time. Currency conversion list. Click on select and add. Click on RV and type in. Okay. Now start date as 1st of August. Click on save. Now this will not work. Even though we have given currency conversion list, this will not work. The reason is, for this to work, we need to go to allowed override currencies. So now I'll show it to you. In my sales order page, you go to actions and you see this edit currency detail option, right? Click there. You see order currency, nothing is coming, only US dollar is coming. So for that to work, if you need to have more options here, you need to give this allowed override currencies in the strategy. Because if you don't override, how will the currency conversion work, right? So other than associating your conversion list, you also need to give this allowed override currencies. Click on plus, choose your currency. What is my currency which I had given? This one, right? 001 rupees, I guess. Okay. 84 I had given. Click on save and close. Go to your orders. Now let me not reprice, sorry. Edit currency detail. See, now it is coming, isn't it? Before it was not coming, now it is coming. Rupees. Type, let me see if it, yes. So as soon as I, selected rupee, it became 16800 rupees. So what is my dollar value? It multiplied my dollar value with that 84. Now if I go to not reprice order, edit currency detail. Let me see if I select fixed, what happens, because I've given fixed. Okay, yeah, this is working. So this is how you define your currency overrides. Now, if you want to have more currencies, right, other than you need to have euros, pounds, all that, you can choose it from here. And then you need to give the currency conversion list as well. And then that you need to associate it here, currency conversion list, and it will convert. So now this is also covered. Then, yeah, then there is manage return price list. So this I will show you at a later point of time when I'm showing you returns. So what does return price list do is, suppose you have a customer return, you have given an item to a customer and is asking for a customer return. So when returning, you do not want to give him back the whole amount. You want to deduct some amount, right? So that can be controlled by return price list. So this is the only concept which is remaining in the entire pricing module. Other than that, I have covered everything. So this will make sense when I'm covering the return, right? I will also show you this. This is a very small topic and easy one. So you have an option like everything else, you have an option for this as well. Where is that? Here, return price list. So other than that, everything is covered. So you see for search pricing rules, if you click there, it will show you all the pricing rules you have defined. Just click on RV. RV price list. So it will show shipping rules also, it will show you. First, if I go to pricing rules, see, anything which starts with RV. So there's one price list, 0 return price list, 1 cost list, discount list, guidelines. Everything, whatever we have, configured or created, it will show here. If you go to shipping rules, click on name starts with RV, click on search. It will show you the shipping rule as well, which we have created. So that is why it is always better for practice purpose to prefix your, rules name with anything. 2 letter, 1 letter, 3 letter, so that it will be easy for you to search and easy recognize. So let me change back my order. Yes. So 200 was the amount. So it was 200 into 84. That was the amount. Now it again came back to 200. So this currency conversion list worked perfectly. Now what do I have to do? I will delete that currency conversion from the strategy assignment and let it be simple one. I do not want anything here. So now my strategy is clean. It just has a price list. Now let me also show you one very practical example. So suppose at the time of festivals, right, or at the time of sale, companies do not want to have the same price of one item. They keep on changing the price. there is a Diwali sale or any Christmas, New Year. So they change the price for that item. They reduce the price, give you discounts. So for that, in Oracle, what they do is whatever I have seen in my projects, they maintain different price list for the same item. So you have this concept, you see this, right? Up one, down one, bottom, top. So you maintain different price list for the same item and you see precedence one. So suppose in this price list, this is defined for one item, right? This is defined for this item, RV laptop. So you can have the same item be presenting different price list. And then those price list, you can have it over here. You can associate it with your strategy. And suppose this is a Christmas time. So the price list which is having a lower price, you can bring it on the top by clicking on this up one button. Then after the sale is over, you can bring it down again. That will change the precedence of it. And you just need to click on save and close. That's it. So for the same item, you can maintain the different price. You don't have to define the price list again, at that time. You can play it around with the pricing of that item in the strategy by defining multiple price list for the same item. So this is one use case which is widely used in organizations which is into selling in a retail industry or for those kind of industries. So this covers the entire pricing concept what we have in Oracle. This is a complex module, so it is always better to practice. You create your own item like the way we created. We defined our item class, created our item, assigned order management attributes and other attributes as well yesterday. And then we made sure it is at the master level so that we don't have to do the double work of, again, changing the attributes at organization level. Then we created a AR customer. Then we did the pricing setups. So this is in a sequential flow, right? So any questions till now in the pricing module?
Raj, in what scenario we use this currency conversion time?
So suppose your business is spread into multiple countries, right? Like you have a selling unit in Europe and you are, buying from a supplier. And then you're again sending it to any other customer across the globe. Like you're situated in Europe and you're sending it to US or the vice versa. Then you need currency details, right? The customer wants pricing only in his currency. So in that case, it might be useful when you're doing inter-country transfers.
Okay. And while we are defining the customer, we associate with currency?
No, I don't think so. You associate, yeah, you can associate with the currency. Yes, you can do that. But even if you associate it with currency, it will not automatically default in the order management. You will have to define these conversions.
Yeah. That means same customer can have multiple locations where they use different currencies.
Exactly. You can have same customer, defined in multiple currencies because big companies operates in multiple countries of the world, right? So you need to be flexible in your order management module to serve them in different currencies as per their needs. And this also helps in your reconciliation purpose and all those charges and all that.
Raj,
Hmm.
when do I have to use FBDI to load my currency conversion rates?
So FBDI, we have the FBDI for everything, price list, discount list. So that is present in the Oracle docs.oracle.com, and you can download it and you can load it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
this is,
even this conversion rate that I'm entering manually, I can use FBDI for it.
Yeah, you can use FBDI. You can also involve your technical team to use REST API, which is by web service. Also, you can do it in bulk. So those options are also there in Oracle. Yeah.
But most of the customers prefer GL type, right?
Sorry, say that
Most of the customers prefer GL type.
again. Yes, GL type. So you define your currency conversion rates in GL module, the finance team defines it, and then you source it from there through corporates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure in this instance it is defined or not. So I've given a fixed rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you use fixed rate in one more scenario, right? Not only when GL is not defined or you're doubtful. So suppose, you are an Indian seller and you have an order from US, right? So
Yeah.
they gave you the order today and they are telling you in your terms and conditions, they're telling you, I want to book the rates as per today's currency, because they might be thinking tomorrow the US dollar might fall by 1 rupee or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
might be at a, so that time you can also define fixed. That is one more use case.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I've seen it in my projects only, wherein, even though we have GL sourced, but people prefer to define it as fixed because they do not want that fluctuation. Every minute it changes, right? I mean, not only every day, every nowadays. So a lot of fluctuations are there.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, those were good questions. Anyone else?
So when it is fixed, that is not GL.
Yes. So when it is fixed, you're not depending upon the GL people to define the currency at a corporate. You're not going away, you're not going with the market rates. If it is changing every minute, you're not going with it. I had defined
Okay.
it 84. So suppose after 1 hour, the dollar value becomes 83. But so in the GL, it might show, but still, for you, it will show 84 because you have defined 84 because the customer, had a contract with you that the time I place the order, that currency should be booked. That currency rate should be booked. Not when you're
Okay.
delivering or shipping, all those things. So that time you can define fixed.
Okay. So we won't have to bother our heads with gain or loss this thing anymore. I said so we wouldn't have to bother
Yes,
our
yes,
heads with gain or loss calculations.
exactly. So customer also, and you also do not want to be in that fate, right? Luck. You don't want to depend upon luck. The time you receive the order, what is the currency? You check on Google, and you book it in that rate. That's it. So this is also very helpful. Currency conversion list is also a very useful entity. So in a project wherein you have multi-country deliverables, you use that. I have used it in, like I had to define 10 currency conversions and use it recently. So it is useful. Okay. Okay. So now, how many people do we have? Okay, we have good number. Let me show you till now what and all we have covered quickly. Okay, then I will give you an overview of this Excel, how to read it in your practice. This is also very important before I go ahead with the next topic. So see, in the first sheet, you will see the list of all the topics which will be covered. Okay. But if you want to know exactly, and then, okay, wait, then I had covered Fusion basics, order management terminologies in the first class. Orchestration cycle, I had covered it in 2 classes. I had shown you the entire schedule, reserve, ship, invoice, how order management actually work, right? Pending approval, pit, closed, these granular statuses also I had showed you. Then the entire standard flow I had shown you multiple times. Then I had shown you the rows and data access part. I took the entire session to show you how to create your business user, implementation user, assign roles, assign data access, then also assign data access in bulk. I mentioned it over here, the entire step. I had shown it to you. Then yesterday I showed you how to create an item class, create item, assign item attributes. Customer also I showed you how to create. And today I have shown you the entire pricing setup. Now the upcoming things are GOP, picking and shipping, and some of the basic OM and AR invoice setups. So OM, we are covering OM setups. What and all we have covered here. We have covered managed document sequences. How can we number Oracle sales order? Oracle order lookups also we have covered. I've shown you how to define your custom order line type and order type on the header and on the line. Then order management parameter, I had shown you how to mention your item validation organization. Approval groups and approval rules, if you remember, I have shown you in very brief and in very comprehensively, right? I had defined all these approval scenarios, all these 4, and along with that, all these also I've shown you. Then orchestration process definition and process assignment rules for sales order also I have shown you of how we can assign a custom, not a customer, any orchestration process to a sales order depending upon the business unit or the customer or any attribute, order type, line type, and how many custom types are there. So I will touch more on this. I will show you 2 more customizations in the coming sessions. Then pre-transformation rules also we touched base on, like how can we enter different things in a sales order depending on some other things. We had one comprehensive session on it. So I have shown you these scenarios, right? I have not touched base upon other transformation rules, but pre-transformation rules only, because it was a graphical user interface based transformation rule. And then in the OEM setups, yeah, these things are remaining. These 4 things are remaining. So how will you read this Excel sheet, right? So the things which are numbered from 1, I think Ramesh, you were asking me. So the things which are numbered from 1 till 9 are the sequential flow of setups.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking to you imaginatively. I was talking to you imaginatively.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
God
Okay,
who made me, God Almighty Father. Honestly, Showo, only me there to be more
Hello?
class. Oh no, more class me, but it's taught me. You know what? You know class more.
Can you go on mute?
Hold on, down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem. That happens. Yeah, so what I was telling is how to read this Excel sheet in terms of configuration, right? So there are numbers from 1 till 9. So these are the sequential flow of setups, what you do in field or in any implementation project. And after 9, these are the topics which are covered in this list, but I have added more things to them, right? So these are part of the 1 to 9 list only. These are not something which are separate. OM numbering, transformation rules. These are part of these 1 to 9 setups only. Like suppose approvals. So I've mentioned it over here, approvals. So all the setups in the sequential manner is mentioned from 1 to 9. So rows and data access I've shown you completely, item, customer, and pricing. And also some of the OM setups I've shown you. So now what I will do is, now you will be able to connect the dots well when I start from the very beginning. So I will start the implementation project now, right? I will show you a real implementation scenario, like when the instance is fresh, when I don't have anything, like till now I'm using US1 business unit, but suppose I don't have anything. So the finance team has configured ledger entity, legal entity, and ledger. So any SCM consultants have to start with creating a location, business unit, item organization, inventory, sub-inventory, and unit of measure. So these things are basically taken care by a procurement or inventory consultant. Then order management people starts from not also item creation. They start from this, GOP setup, pricing setup, picking and shipping, OM setup. So these things are taken care by the OM people in a real-time scenario. But I will show you the entire thing. I will create my own custom location, business unit, item organization, inventory organization. I will be creating my own. And then, a few things I will be skipping, which I've shown you, but I will be showing you, on a high level, like rows and data access. Suppose if I create my own business unit, right? RV business unit, then we need to give the rows and data access to it. So we will go step by step from here. So you will be able to connect the dots as well.
Sure, Raj. Thank you.
So this is the approach which we will adopt from now on, because like if I had adopted this approach, you wouldn't have understood, because it is very important for me to show you the entire O2C cycle, approvals, item setup, from where customer item comes in a sales order, from where the pricing is coming in a sales order. So these things were very important for me to show you. And now we will create our own custom things. Okay. Any questions?
So when we get the instance, there will be absolutely nothing, right? Nothing set up at all. So the finance team and HR team will start with the finance options like setting up the ledger and then setting up the organization and then hand it over to the SCM functional consultants, right?
Exactly. So when suppose you are in a new implementation project and the instance Oracle has given you a new instance, there's nothing at all in that. So now the finance team will come up. They will set up the ledger, the GL, they will set up the legal entity, they will set up the chart of accounts, calendar, currency, all that they will set up.
So
And
Raj, all these will be part of one single implementation project, which the project manager assigns the tasks to different module teams.
exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the SCM team task will begin from this SCM structure setups. So they will come into picture when the finance team is done doing their financial configurations, like setting up a ledger, setting up a legal entity, chart of accounts. Those finance setups they are done with. Now we will come into the picture, and we will start our setups with these. So till now, whatever I was showing you, US1 business unit, or then Seattle, Chicago organization, those were already there in the system, right? I was showing you from number second, third, fourth, fifth. These things I've shown you. Now I will also show you the preliminary setup when the instance is fresh, and you are deployed into a project and you have to start with the activity. So the very first thing you will do is these things. Then you will come here and you will do these things. Then item, customer, pricing, GOP in a sequential fashion till 9th. So after you're done with all the 9, then you will create a sales order and you will test it out.
And also, Raj, is there a way to save our configurations like together? Like for example, locations, business unit, I believe we can save them individually, but together for everything from locations to inventory organization, sub-inventory, can we save everything as a single set of units?
No, that is not there in Oracle Fusion.
Because if we go with the implementation project, there are a lot of other steps which are there, which we don't even use as SCM consultants.
Yeah, so even when you create an implementation project, you will be assigned these many tasks, right? So you will have to go to the hyperlink of these tasks only. So
Correct?
there's no way in which you can have it as a one single unit, right?
Because here we are using the test instance, right? These are like very unstable, so they will be available like 3 or 4 days, and then the instance gets refreshed. We have to go with the new instance and start with setups again. So we have done this earlier multiple times with the procurement.
That
Now,
is a problem with me as well, right?
yeah, yesterday we seen, right?
Yeah. So that is a problem everywhere, so I want to, like even I want to do that. I want to save my work. See, every time I come to this training, I spend 3 hours to configure these so that I can show you all. I spent 3 hours to configure everything because the instance was gone. So I had to do that so that I can show you all. So that problem
Well
is
done.
there. That problem is there everywhere.
I think you can save at least till business units and then the
No, you
locations.
can save everything, but when the instance refreshes, these things goes away. When the Oracle, refreshes your instance, these things will go away. Then again, you will have to set it up. So
I
once
mean,
you understand, right, it will not take you more than 4 to 5 hours to do the entire configuration because you know how it works, right?
yeah.
So 4 to 5, suppose Oracle is giving you a timeline of 4 days. So one day you configure everything, 1 or 2 days, and then the third and fourth day you test it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the only way, I can think of.
I mean, earlier we used to save at least the location business units and we used to repeat them whenever the instance gets refreshed, right? Or when we go for a new instance, we can simply copy this. I mean, we can use those.
So the predefined data will be there, like US1 business unit, those things will be there.
Correct.
The
Yeah.
one you create, there's no guarantee that it will be there or it will be refreshed by Oracle. At
Okay.
times it refreshes in a month, you have a month's time, then it refreshes in 3 days, in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Sometimes Oracle resets the passwords. So those things are there. But the methodology we will adopt, right? Like suppose if I configure RB business unit, not US, RB business unit.
Right.
So in the 5th session also, even if I have to configure everything, I will show you from there only. I will not, take up a new business unit and start showing you. From now on, I will be creating everything custom.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Like suppose if I've done creating RB business unit, RB organization, then when I go to the GOP setup, I will be using the same thing so that you can correlate and you guys can understand the sequential flow of events, how all tasks is happening in a sequential flow. Exactly replicating the implementation project from your own.
Okay.
So you are Ramesh, right?
Yes, Raj.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Anyone got?
Right. How many sections more do we have to complete?
Okay, how many sections do we have more? So we have this preliminary setups. Then we have the GOP global order promising setups, which are very important.
Okay.
Then picking and shipping. You saw how the items get picked and shipped, right? So there are a few setups behind it. These we have, and few of the OM setups,
Okay.
and 2 of the ER setups, and along with that, 3 to 4 scenarios left. Along with
Okay.
the standard order, I will be also showing you the drop order, drop ship order, and back-to-back flow.
God bless
These are
you.
advanced fulfillment techniques, so I will also show you that.
Mm.
So these things are left.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so just give me a minute. I'll have some water. Until then, you guys can also take a minute break, and we will stop at 7:30 today because yesterday I took half an hour less, right? So I'll make up for that. Just take a minute pause. You guys can have water. So I'll just be back in a minute, and then I'll start with the preliminary setups. Is that okay? Just give me a minute. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Is everyone here?
Yes, Raj.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Santosh, Dheeraj, are you guys also here? Fazlul, Hemant?
Yeah, Rajan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. So the first one I've already shown you, but let me show you again. I'm starting with the SCM structure setups. So at the very first thing, what do? Let me cross that. I go to setup and maintenance. And whatever module I'm implementing, I go to actions, I go to offerings. And suppose if I'm implementing order management, so I choose order management from here and go to opt-in features. So yeah. So under opt-in features, these are known as offerings, the ones on the left. So at the very first step, we need to make sure order management is enabled, right? If this is not enabled, we will not be able to do anything. Then pricing is also enabled. And global order promising is also enabled. So in order management, you need to make sure these 3 things are enabled: pricing, order management, global order promising, at least. Okay. So these are some offerings which we make, which are mandatory for us to enable them. Now, under order management, do you see this pencil icon, right? Features. Click on that. So now you see there are various features, right? It depends upon your business, if you want to enable it or if you do not want it. So suppose if you do not want order holds to be there, you can disable it. Or if you do not want transformation rules, like I had shown you, right, pre-transformation rule. But if your business does not want it, then you can disable it. So if you disable this here, even if you set all the transformation rule, release it, deploy it, it will not work, right? Then dropship, which is in upcoming topic, if you disable it, dropship will not work. So every quarter, Oracle releases many features like these. So you can choose whether to enable them or disable them. These are optional features. So depending upon your organization needs and all that, you can disable them or enable them. And you can read about it in Oracle's release management notes as well. So this is the advantage of cloud. You can release new features over the cloud. So this,
Raj,
yeah.
I have a question.
Mhm.
What role will I have to be able to go and see all the detailed information of a particular offerings that my company has?
This role, application implement consultant.
Consultant.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank
this
you.
is the role which you need to go to setup and maintenance, right? And we are going to this from setup and maintenance only, right? So
Yeah.
if you do not have that role, you will not be able to see this. And if you're not able to see this, you will not be able to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Thank
this
you.
is the role. Yeah. So this was for order management. Like suppose you're implementing procurement or inventory in your project. So choose procurement. Suppose you're implementing procurement. Again, go same opt-in features. So this page is always slow. This is not because of your internet or Oracle is slow. This Oracle has built it, slow, like a slow page, because there are so many features which loads, right? So don't think if this page is slow, your setup will also be slow. This is like an exceptional page.
Raj, that new features, is it for the upcoming features or which not yet available in that?
No, this is for the current release features, but you cannot enable or disable them. I will show you this as well. So even if any new feature comes in, it will be available in opt-in features only for you to enable or disable. New features will just list the names of those features.
Okay, got
I
it.
will show you that. Okay, so suppose I have come in procurement, right? So again, if you are a procurement consultant, your job is to implement procurement for your job, for your project. You need to enable the procurement offering. If you have purchasing, if you have receiving, if you have procurement contracts, supplier qualification. So whatever module you're implementing, you need to enable them. And with respect to each module, you will have the features. Whether old features or new features, everything which is available till now, it will be there.
Okay,
And you can enable.
okay, thank you.
So see, these features are there under purchasing. Many are enabled, many are disabled. So like that. So now I will show you the new feature icon also, what you were asking me. So in the meantime, I would request you guys to practice pricing module. It is a very important module and a very big one. So let's give it a minute for it to come out. Yes, click on done again. I'm coming out of procurement. Yeah. So now if I go into order management, instead of opt-in features, let me show you new features, what it shows. See, so the new features is only listing the names, the description of it available in 24C for the upcoming releases or for the current release. It is only listing down the names and description of it and allows opt-in, require setup, those things it is listing. So you cannot enable or disable it from here. To enable or disable it, you need to go to opt-in features, and everything will be there as well.
Okay.
So click on done. Where is my structure here? Now the second task. Manage locations. So everything had location, right? Your business unit is situated somewhere. Your inventory organization is situated somewhere. So the second task any SCM guy has to do is create locations. Now, sometimes it is created by HCM team, Human Capital Management team. It is also created by finance team. But I will also show you this nevertheless, how you can create locations. This is the second step in the SCM structure. Manage locations. Click there. Click on create. Yes. So here you give the name and code. So let me give RV location 1. Code also I will give the same. Don't look at other fields. Other fields, I'll just pay attention to the fields I'm showing you. Name, code, status is active, address line 1. Let's give it something like street number 1. Zip code. Now, if you give the zip code, everything else will appear. So let me just choose the zip code from the drop down. Click on search. 1001. Let's search. What in all comes? So many things have come. Let me choose this Chinatown, New York, 10013. Click on that. So state came, city came, county came, and country is also there. So these things we have defined. Now come down. We have to make sure it is a ship to site and build to site. So that's it. Nothing else. You create your location, give the name, code. So let me also open a Word file in which I will maintain this. Or okay, I'll do that later.
Raj, can you go to that location set? Can you just choose the drop down, please? Okay, so this is yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you choose common set so that this location is available across BUs, across inventory organizations. Right. Name, code, status, the address details, ship to, bill to. That's it. You click on save and you click on submit. Yes, I want to submit. Click on OK. Now I will create one more location quickly because I will be using both of them in my implementation project. And to show it to you, RV location 2. Address line 1, let's say street number 90. Zip code, let me select again. Let me choose 10012. Other things have come in. Ship to, bill to, RV location 2, yes. Click on save and click on submit. Yes. Now query your location. RV location. Click enter. See, both the locations are appearing and it is active. So now this can be used across your setups. So this is the second setup. Now the third one. Manage business unit. So till now, which business unit were we using? US1 business unit. Now I will create my own custom business unit. So for that, you have to go to manage business unit. Here, manage business unit. This comes under this functional area. Click on manage business unit. Click on plus. Now you have to name your business unit. So I will name it as RB business unit. Location, which location will I give? The one which I have created. RB. Click on search. So this business unit is situated in RB location 1. And default set. See, this is a default set. So this, you can define many sets if you want to have that, security. But over here, I will give it as common set, so that it is accessible across the setups. That's it. Manager, I don't want to give. If you want, you can give the manager name and all that. You can make any employee a manager. You can make anyone the manager. Whoever is an employee can be the manager. This has no functionality. So this is active. That's it. Your BU is created. Location was created. Now BU also is created. Now once let me come. Okay. Now your BU is created. What is the next task? Assign business unit business function. Now this task, assign business unit business function, will associate your business unit to the ledger entity what your finance team has created. And you will also enable different functionalities what this business unit can perform. Now it cannot perform anything until you enable it to perform. So I will query that. It will not come here. Either you do a global search or you go under procurement. This is a procurement setup. You go under the offering procurement. You type in this and you click on enter. This came. So now you have to change the scope of it. So what is my scope? You click on selecting that. Click on apply and go to the task. RV. Click enter. Choose this. Don't click on this hyperlink. Just select this line. Click on save and close. So now this task has opened. Assign business unit business function. So on the left hand side, you see the various functions this business unit can perform. You need to enable them. And on the right hand side, you can see the ledger and legal entity columns. So let me take you through the functions it can perform. You must have seen it if you would have attended any other training or anything, if you would have attended in Fusion, because these are the very basic things we do in, as a part of SCM structure. So first, billing and revenue management. Do we need billing? Yes, we need billing. Collection, we don't need. Contract, no. Payments, yes, we need to receive payments from customer. Expense, incentive, lease accounting, no, we do not need all of it. So, you cannot just enable it and use it. You also need to purchase a license for it. Then only you can enable it. Material management, do we need it? Materials management is nothing but inventory. Inventory transactions, stocking, on hand, all that. So obviously we need it. Payables, invoicing and payment, also we need it. Procurement, yes, we need it. To create purchase order, purchase agreement. Then contract and all we don't need. Receiving, yes, we need it. Requisitioning, we need it. Sales, yes, this obviously we need it. Then service request also we will just enable. Yes, now I've given all the functions it can perform. Now see, it is appearing in red. Now we need to give this also. Now your primary ledger and legal entity will be defined by your finance team. These are finance setups. So you need to associate, as a SCM person, you need to associate your business unit with these two. So the ledger I'm going to use would be US ledger, because US works very well with the configurations. So search US primary ledger.
Raj, just one question here, sorry.
Hmm.
So this business unit doesn't correspond to like the business suite operating unit, right? Because operating unit we associate with multiple ledgers, but here it seems like the business unit is associated with a single ledger.
Yes, that is the difference. You
Okay.
cannot associate one business unit with multiple ledgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm choosing a primary ledger, and this is already associated with US1 legal entity. That was done by your finance team, ledger legal entity association. So you don't have to worry about it. Just click on OK. And this below legal entity is a check mark if you want to use it for cost accounting. So if this business unit, you want to make it a profitable business unit, profit center business unit, which in Oracle terminology mean basically you want to use it for cost management, then you need to enable this. That's it. Don't worry about, the other things. That's it. So this is the second task. Use legal entity, primary ledger below. Okay. I think we have selected everything. Let me see if I've selected sales or not. Yes, otherwise. Okay. Click on save and close. So this is telling you that, your legal entity, if you are clicking below legal entity, this will come. So click on OK. That should be okay. So now we are done with these 4 tasks.
So Raj, was there any business function associated with order entry or order processing at all in that list of the business functions?
Yeah, sales.
Only sales.
Yeah. So
Okay.
see, everything is associated. I'll tell you how. So in our orchestration process, we saw the scheduling reserve ship invoice.
Right.
So where did we do the scheduling? We did it in order management, right? And where did we capture our sales order? In order management. So for that, I've enabled sales. Now for reserving, what did we use? Inventory, right? For reserving and shipping. Inventory management module. So for that, I've enabled materials management.
Okay.
Then for collecting payment from customer invoicing, what did we use? AR module. So for that, what did we enable? Customer payments. And billing and revenue. This we have enabled. Suppose as a drop ship, if you want to create a purchase order, you do not have enough material in your warehouse and you have received a customer order. So you also want this business unit to be able to create a PO. So you have enabled procurement and requisitioning. You want to receive the returns from the customer, or you want to receive the goods from the supplier. So for that, you have enabled receiving. So all these are interrelated, interlinked.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't specifically see anything related to order entry or order processing or orchestration. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Click on okay. So now, where is our here? Yeah, now we will move on with the 5th task of defining item organization. Now, what is an item organization? It is basically a logical organization, not a physical one, wherein you maintain the definition for all your items, right? So every item you create within this business unit, you will have to maintain the definition of it in one item master organization. So select this and create your item master organization. Manage item organization. Click on that. Click on plus. So now I will name my item master organization. RV item master. Item master. Now, since this is a logical unit, it is not necessary for us to associate it with any BU, legal entity, location, right? Because it is a logical unit. But when you create inventory organization after this task, it will be compulsory for you to associate. So since it is a logical one, you don't need to give anything else. So I will leave them as blank. And this is a must. Without creating item master organization, you cannot proceed. This is all these steps are compulsory in creating a SCM structure. Then only you can go ahead with other OEM setups and all that, right? Then I will click on next. And my item master organization is that only RB item master. I don't want to link it with anything else. Yeah, that's it. And I will click on save and close. So with this, my RB item master organization is created. Then I will move on to create my inventory organization. So I will copy manage inventory organization. Here only it is manage inventory organization. So what is your inventory?
Just one question, sorry.
Yeah.
So in case we were defining a child, a transactional inventory org, right? So then we would have specified the master as some other in that screen, I think where you chose the same RV as the master or item organization, right?
Yes, exactly. So that you will see now. So in item master, you have to choose that item master only if you're not referencing any other item master.
Okay.
You know, so for basic SEM structure, you just need to create one item master and reference itself, definition organization.
So if the RV item org was a child org, then you would have chosen some other value in that.
Exactly.
Okay.
That
Okay.
will come now. That will come under management. That is why I didn't tell you that there.
Okay.
That will
Thank
come
you.
here.
Thank you.
So Oracle has given us, you know, few options, but let's see. So manage inventory. So what is an inventory organization? It is basically a warehouse, you know, where you keep your goods, or a distribution center from where you send your goods, or a manufacturing plant where you make your goods. As simple as that, right? Click on plus. Now name your inventory organization. So name, what will I give? As usual, RV inventory 1. Copy the same thing in organization, or let's name it RV INV org 1. It seems better, right? So you can see there the usage was item management. Here the usage is inventory management because you create actual transactions with it. Then management, see, these all are compulsory. Asterisk mark is there, right? We need to associate it. So now we will associate this inventory org with our RB business unit. Click on search. Here it is, RB business unit. Now legal entity was US1 legal entity only, which we were using. Profit center view has come because we had defined that below legal entity check mark in the assigned business unit business function, so that it can be used for cost accounting as well. And see, the location automatically came. Why did it came? Why did it come? Because we had associated this location to this BU in the manage BU tasks. That's it. Now click on next. Now this is a place. So item master organization. Now you need to associate that item master organization, which we have just created, which was RV, not RV inventory org, RV master org, which was the logical entity. Now it will take some time for it to appear here. This is a glitch. It takes a minute or so. Just choose anything and then you query and it will come. Now again, if you choose, it should come. Here it is. See, RV item master. Click on OK. See, RV item master. Now item grouping behavior. We have two options. If we give it as definition organization, you can see RV inventory org 1 only is appearing. But if you give it as reference organization, you have an option to choose from the various organizations. So definition organization means the items you define under this inventory org, right? You can change the attributes and you will not have to depend upon any other inventory org. You can maintain it, you can change the attributes on your own. But if you make your inventory org as reference to other organization, then that organization is maintaining the list of items and you can only maintain a copy of it. You cannot change anything in that. So for database saving purpose and to reduce load, few companies might use reference, but definition organization is 99% they use. Simple setup. You don't have to, use your brain much over here. Choose definition and RV inventory org 1 only, which we have just defined. And if you come down, organization is a manufacturing plant or not. If you want to do some manufacturing transactions with it, you can tick this. Then schedule, you can define 12-hour Monday start. You can choose from the pre-existing schedule, no locator control, time zone. If you want to allow or disallow the negative balances in this inventory, you can choose, right? So for our order management purpose, that's all is needed, nothing else. If you go to the other tabs, serial lot control, no uniqueness control, serial number generation. So, if you want, you can modify these kind of settings as well. But we're not looking at those core inventory setups now. So we will leave it as it is. We don't have to do anything with them. We just have to go to the general tab and give these options, what we have given. Click on save and close. Now I will create one more inventory org. RV inventory org 2. That was org 1, right? What is our business unit? RV, click on tab. It should appear. Yes, it came. What is the legal entity? US1 legal entity. Now the location tab, we will not give location 1. We will use the other location, location 2. Because our inventory orgs are situated in 2 different places. Location 2 we will give. Okay, click on next. Give your item master organization. Now it will appear, RV item master. Definition organization, RV inventory org 2, schedule. To allow among the start. We don't want negative balances. We might do manufacturing with it if we want. That's it. Click on save and close. Now let's query our organization, if it is created or not. Search. RV. Yes, see both organizations appearing. That's it. Click on done. Now we have to create sub inventories under this inventory organization. So in your warehouse, you have many sub places, right? Look, you keep some goods in one place, some goods in other place. You have many sub storage areas in your big factory warehouse. So you maintain sub inventory. So let me quickly go to this task. So this will appear under manufacturing and supply chain materials management module offering. So if you don't want to keep on changing offering, you can just go to this global search and key in your task name and it will appear here. Click on that. And here you have to choose your organization. So what is our organization? RV 1. We will first go with 1. Okay. Click on plus. So I will create 2 sub inventories for both the organization. One is stores, the main area, and one is staging sub inventory. So when I receive the order from a customer, I will shift my items from a storage sub inventory to a staging area. And from there, the shipping manager will pick it up, load it into the truck, and be en route to the customer's location. So that is my concept. And the same I will be using in the upcoming picking and shipping configurations and show it to you. Okay, sub inventory I will create. RB store 1. Is that a nice name? Okay. So now don't look at other options, just look at sub inventory types, storage or receiving. So storage means it will hold your on-hand quantity. Receiving means that it will be in the receiving area. It will not increment your on-hand quantity. So it is always storage and asset sub inventory and quantity tracked, which means it will show the on-hand quantity. That's it. Don't look at any other setting over here. RV store 1. Click on save and close. And your sub inventory is created, active. I will create one more. Click on plus. RV stage 1. Active, storage, asset, everything is ticked. Click on save and close. So both the sub inventories are created. Store 1, stage 1. Now I will change organization. And I will go to the next one, which is RV inventory org 2. And I will do the same operation. Okay. Click on plus. This time RV store 2. That's it. And RV stage 2. That's it. So this is quantity tracked asset sub inventory and it is active. That's it you need to look at. And it is a storage tab sub inventory. That's all. Don't look at other things. So now 2 sub inventories are created in both inventory organizations. So now you're done with creating sub inventories as well. Now we will move on to creating units of measure. How you want your item to be measured, right? Let's go to this task, manage units of measure. So let me click on search and show you. So see, people have defined the custom types as well, but at a basic level, how do you want items to be measured in terms of quantity, in terms of volume, in terms of weight? So that is unit of measure. Now, suppose if I want to define my unit of measure in terms of quantity, then there might be each, boxes, dozen. If volume, then milliliters. If weight, then it would be kilogram, gram, milligram, pounds, right? So that is what we mean by unit of measure. So we are going to use a pre-existing unit of measure, which is each. We will not, tinker around with it. Where is our each? See, so kilometer comes under dimension class. Class name is same. Volume, dimension, weight, quantity, currency. These are unit of measures we define. So if I want to define a custom unit of measure, let me also show you that. Click on plus. Let's define our custom only, just to show you. Yes, here. UM code. So it allows only 3 letters. So RVU. Let me make it in caps. RVU. UM name. RV underscore each. Description will also be the same. Class name will be quantity, right? It cannot be kilometers, right? Or quantity. That's it.
UIM name.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks for that. RV each, quantity each. Simple. That's it. Click on save. So whenever you're defining your new unit of measure, you also need to give your standard conversion to the base UM. So now click on manage UM standard conversions and click on plus. What is my UM name? RV tab. Now suppose if it was not each, if it was a dozen, right? Then 1 dozen is equal to how many each? 12, right? So that way we would have to give 12. So 1 RV each is equal to 1 each only. Not much, 1 only, right? So that's it. We are just defining our custom UM just to show it to you. Otherwise, we can use each only. So with this, our custom UM RV each is also created, which we can use in our tasks. So this is the basic SCM structure which we need to define, right? So this is, inventory, procurement, planning, manufacturing. You're configuring any module in SCM. This is a basic structure which I've shown you. Now, after you've defined your basic structure, you have defined your BU, you have defined your inventory org, everything, right? Then you go on to the second task, which I had explained you, and you create your user. And after you have created your user, you give him all these access. Now, order entry specialist, which business unit would you give him the access? For RB business unit. Inventory warehouse manager, what would be your inventory organization for which you're giving access? RV inventory organization 1, RV inventory organization 2. So this way you need to create all the roles in security consoles for a user and give him the data access to the business unit and inventory org which we have defined in the SCM structure. Then you have to go to the third place, item setup. You need to create your item class, you need to create your items, and you need to associate your item with this item master and this inventory organization. Then you need to create your customer and you need to associate your customer with this business unit, RB business unit. Then you need to do all the pricing setups in terms of the item you have defined, in terms of the customer setup, and in terms of the RB business unit. So this is the sequential flow of items which will be coming up, and I will be showing it to you. So we have built our baseline of defining the entire SCM, our custom SCM structure. So is that clear? Yeah. So Ramesh, is it good? This is what you wanted, right?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. One question, Raj. I mean, the unit of measures, I mean, will there be any seeded UOMs available when we do the setups, like you each or dozen, something like that, or we have to create them from scratch?
Yeah, those will be available. If I go to the task,
ಇಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಐ ಡಿಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್
sorry. Yeah. So the basic unit of measures like each, right, box or kilometer, those will be mentioned. But since this is a test instance, right, many
Right, right.
customers are also defined with, these imaginary names, ZZT and all
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah, like the way we have also defined RVO for recognition purpose. But yeah, like 10 to 12 would be there.
Okay.
The basic ones, each, dozen, kilometer. I mean, if it is US, then USD, currency, then pounds. They measure weight in pounds, like that.
Okay. And one more question is like when we are trying to create the inventory arc, right? So under the item master, the newly created inventory arc is coming. So the newly created inventory arc, it's not even set up as item master, but it was showing in the list of values. So is that like a glitch or it's like
No, no, no.
standard?
So inventory organization, when we are creating, it is showing item master as well. So
Right.
the consultant will know, right? If they have to choose item master, not. So you have to choose only the inventory org.
No, that we'll choose. I mean, I was just curious, like why the inventory RV inventory R1 was also coming in the item master list because it was not set up as item master, right?
No, so the inventory org was not coming in the item master. Okay, you are asking that. Okay, got it. Yeah, that is kind of a glitch. It will come, but if you choose it, your setups will go wrong. You will not be able to do anything.
Right, right.
The transactions will not work. See, so
But-
Oracle has not restricted these kind of things in Fusion, but you have to be mindful whenever you are configuring. You need to differentiate between an item master and an inventory org. As this is logical, you can only maintain the definition of your items, and this is a physical entity, inventory org, and you can maintain on-hand quantity, do all the transactions.
But I can set up an inventory arc as item master also, right? I mean, I can use the same inventory arc as an inventory arc as well as item master. In EBS, we had that.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot use your inventory org as item master, right? Let me show it to you. Because you would also have some transactions, right? If you create transactions, then you cannot use it as your item master. So there is a very striking difference between an item master and an inventory organization in Fusion. Like you cannot switch after you have created transactions. So suppose if I query my inventory org, let me just try that out, whatever you're saying, and see. What is the name? RV. Click on edit. Yeah, so see, the usage is inventory management. Now you cannot do anything with it once it is created. You cannot, there's no drop down, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you cannot create it as a item master, but you can do the vice versa. So you cannot, switch your inventory org to item master, but you can switch your item master to inventory org. That facility is there. So I'll click on cancel and I will go to manage item master. Manage item organization, right?
Right.
Now I'm going to RV. So you will see that drop down would be here. It was not available in inventory org. Click on edit. See, usage.
Okay.
Item management, you can make it inventory management. And you can start doing transactions with it. So the vice versa is possible in Oracle Fusion. And that makes sense, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
So because of the navigation, you're getting that default of item organization, is it?
no, not because of the navigation. This navigation is for master organization creation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a functionality, not because of the navigation.
Okay.
Manage item organization is to create your logical organization, item master organization. This is not physical, and the inventory organization is actually a physical warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever you want, you can convert this logical organization into your actual physical organization as well and start using it for transactions on and quantity. But you cannot do the other way around.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, then I think today we have covered 2.5 hours. We have compensated for yesterday's session as well. So this sheet, I will be sending to Tanmay, to OEG, and he will be uploading it. So now you can relate, right? These are the hierarchical structure of SCM, rows and data access, item setup. So I will be taking you through all of it. In the upcoming sessions, I will be going in a hierarchical way. This I have done, this I will do in my free time, so that, and I will show you so that I will not have to utilize half an hour for the session, which I've already told, but I will show you on a high level. So whatever things I've explained, I will show the association of these with the structure we have built now. Then only I will move forward to the next setups, so that you can have an association with everything we are doing. And since we have also covered these, it will be easy for you to have an association.
Right, Raj. Yeah.
That's one question. This is the same organization where we define for projects, project automation.
Yes.
Construction projects.
Yeah. You can use it across.
Okay.
So in projects module, you can have it as you can, have the setup for this organization and use it.
Any attribute that we need to select?
For PPM?
Yeah.
Yeah. For PPM is a different module. There would be, the entire set of implementation.
No. For the inventory organization, is there any other additional attribute that we need to make it as project organization?
Oh, no, not here. This is it. That's all you have to do. There's no particular attribute for projects. You can just do the PPM module configuration and enable it to be used across.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then. I hope today's session was useful. It was a very long session, 2.5 hours.
Thank you very much.